Greetings and welcome back to Pocket Ants. Yes, it's that time of year again. We have Easter coming down on us, and we have an Easter event here in Pocket Ants. At the time of recording, it's going to begin in about 32 hours, and the information was posted over the weekend on the Discord. I thought we'd go over that post, and then we talk about the event. So, let's get going. So this was posted in the Discord over the weekend on the 2nd. Hello, the Easter event is coming to Pocket Ants. Easter event. Duration, April 8th to April 25th. Basically 18 days. When April 26th comes, in their time zone, very important, the event will be over. Details. On April 8th, an Easter chocolate egg will appear north of the colony, and it will last for 24 hours. You will need to interact with it to trigger the 24-hour timer. Interacting means setting it as a source or gathering from it. This is the most important thing I can tell you. Don't touch it at the beginning of the event. We'll go in more details later, but wait. Believe me, there is no benefit for going up there and immediately doing it. There is only penalty for that. If you play this right and you're lucky, you might be able to get a free 3-star of the new creature, whatever that's going to be. But let's face it, we know what it's going to be this time, right? The egg acts as an unlimited source of leaves and food. After 24 hours, the egg will disappear, but you can buy a new 24-hour egg using gems. Easter egg hunt. Find Easter eggs scattered across the map for rewards, up to 10 Easter eggs per day. Easter eggs replace the acorns during the event. Now this is interesting. When they originally put this mechanic in the game, it was during the Easter event last year. And the Easter eggs actually had really good rewards. I don't think they're going to do that, but I find it interesting that they specifically talked about this. Maybe it was a cut and paste from last year, except of course for the acorns. After the Easter event last year, they turned into acorns, and then they just had resources. They had really good stuff in them in last year's Easter egg event. I'm just curious, could we get that again? I don't know. Fill up the activity bar to attract a new special creature. Maximum of 2 per day. The daily limit resets at 0000 hours UTC. In other words, the beginning of the next day for their time zone. The special creature has boosted stats same as a golden creature. So you're going to do things to fill the activity bar, and when you fill it, you can summon the special creature. You can then fill it a second time in one day to attract it a second time. Then the bar will say maxed out, and you can't do any more summoning until the next day. This is one of the reasons you have to be careful with, in this case, the Easter egg at the top of the screen. We'll go into more detail later, though. You will get activity points by doing the following tasks. Points will carry over to the next day if the cap is not reached. Defeating the red ants colony, finding Easter eggs, gathering chocolate from the Easter chocolate egg and processing into food. Very important, not leaves. It has to be food. Getting honeydew from aphid farms, bonus multiplier counts. Getting pheromones when attacking in battle, attacking Dr. Zanny counts too. Watching ads. All right, let's look at this for a moment. Now, let's get past the first 2 days, because you're not going to need any of this for the first 2 days. After the first 2 days, you're going to need activity if you want to get more summonses in. So the 2 important ones here after that point are defeating the red ants colony. You'll get 200 for that. Now understand, assuming they haven't changed the values, right? We're going to assume for a moment they haven't changed the values. They did do a change a couple of events ago on one thing. You're going to be able to attack the red ants colony more often than you normally would. So you get 200 points for that. It's also a great source of gems. So keep that in mind, especially for the first 2 days. When you don't need the activity, you always want the gems. Finding the Easter eggs. Now, the Easter eggs used to give you 25 activity. In the last 2 events, it was 20. It's probably going to be 20. But there's 10 of them, which means each day that can get you 200 activity. You need 1,000 activity in order to do a summon. So if you were to get 500 activity in one day, but you didn't do a summon, that 500 would carry over to the next day. And if you did 500 that day, you would do a summon and it will go back to 0. It will carry over. The other ones, okay, so the big one, of course, here is gathering chocolate from the Easter chocolate egg and processing it as food. When you actually interact with the Easter egg, that's when the 24-hour countdown is going to begin. If you do it at the beginning of the event, you won't have time to gather for it for 2 more summons in the second day. What you want to do is wait hours. I mean, the last time I did this, I didn't do it until an hour before the next day was about to begin. It doesn't matter. You don't lose anything. Don't do it at the beginning. Here's why. The moment you activate it, your 24-hour timer begins. If you do it right at the beginning of the event, the first day isn't going to be a problem. You're going to be able to set your worker ants to gather it as food. It's going to be automatic fill at that point. It's going to take a while, but it's an automatic fill. You just walk away from it, and then you'll be able to do a summon. Keep them doing it after you do the summon and you capture the creature, and you'll be able to do a second summon, and you're set for the first day. The problem is when the second day begins, if you did it right at the beginning, you're not going to have the Easter egg for the second day. Unless, of course, you gem it, but I mean, you don't have to do that for the first 2 days. All you have to do is wait hours. And don't just wait 1 hour. There's no rush. You never know what's going to happen. You have a power failure, you have bad service on your device, and you can't do it. There is no reason to rush. Wait 12 hours. You know, for me, basically the event is going to begin at 8 p.m. I'm in the United States. I'm Eastern Daylight Time. It's going to begin at 8 p.m. For me, Thursday night. I'm probably not going to touch this until afternoon the next day. There's no reason to rush that. Now, you should go in and take out the red ants. The reason for that is they increased the respawn time on them. I should say they decreased the respawn time on them. And it's a free source of gems, you know, because especially if you know what you're doing, it takes no time at all. So that's very important. Just, you know, stock up on the gems. I mean, I have a lot of gems basically from doing that. Now, once you get past the gathering of the chocolate, as I mentioned, that's the first 2 days. You're going to do that. It's going to get you 4 summon. If you're lucky, it gets you a 3-star of the creature. If you're lucky. Once you're past that, the red ants colony and the Easter eggs are major sources of activity. The other items are really not significant, and you're really not going to do them for activity. You'll do them because you're going to be doing them. For instance, if you're going to do the honeydew, you're going to do the honeydew not for activity because you want honeydew. Now, what's interesting about this event, they didn't reduce the cooldown on the honeydew farms. I'm not really sure why that is, but they did that in the past. It's not in this event. You'll notice that at the end. And also, the pheromone collection, I mean, if you're going to do battles, you're going to do battles. You're not going to do it for activity here. I mean, if the red ants colony is getting you 200 and gathering all of the Easter eggs, the little ones, is going to get you another 200, I mean, what's 5 or 10 or 20 going to do for you? You know what I mean? Because you're going to get the bar filled up and anything else is basically going to be a waste. If you're going to do those things, you're going to do them for that reason. And watching ads, that's going to get you 1 activity. 1. Is it worth it? Do you want to watch 1,000 videos? I don't want to watch 1,000 videos. Just saying. 3 new limited time ant skins will be available for purchase in the gem shop. The skins will last beyond the duration of the event. Only purchasing is limited to the event. Right. So, I mean, I've purchased skins myself. You know, you buy it during the event. If you like it, you can use it for the rest of the time, but you can only get it during the event. It's probably going to be variations of Easter bunnies or chocolate Easter bunnies or something like that. I bought a Santa one and I bought another one. So, you know, those are good to have. They help personalize your experience, right? Daily gifts. Special Easter gifts each day. Skipping a day will not reset progress. All right, so generally speaking, these are very good and you want to get them. What they mean is that usually there's 10 days that you would log in and you would get your gift. they get better over time. They've given away resin and honeydew and gems. Who knows what it's going to be this time. Creature parts, I think, was the last one. I think it was creature parts was the last one. Anyway, what it'll be, there'll be 10 days. The event, as I said, is 18 days long. As long as 10 of those days you log in and get it, you're not going to lose anything. It's not like it's going to reset back to the beginning or something. So just go in, grab it, and leave if you've done everything else in the event. Kind of like I did in the last one when I got 2 centipedes at 3 stars. I was done at that point. Additional timers will be reduced for the duration of the event. This is what I was talking about. Red Ant Colony respawn time from 12 to 6 hours. All right, so that means that at least in the beginning, the first 2 days, this is a good source of gems. Once you've gotten past the next 2 days, if you don't plan on gemming a new egg, this is going to be your major source of activity. 200 every time you beat the red ants. So you want to do it as often as possible. And again, you will get gems. The next one, creature respawn time from 24 hours to 4 hours. That can be a little annoying because it's going to be a mantis or a spider, possibly a tiger beetle. But the thing is, you want to make sure you get rid of it before you try to do the special creature summon, because otherwise it won't let you do it, Hope you can enjoy it. What's missing there? What's missing there is the aphid farm. They used to reduce the time on that one. I'm not really sure why that was left out. Was that considered to be overpowered or something like that? I'm not really sure why that is, but it's not there, and it usually is. Okay, so we have this event coming up, and we have a new special creature. Let's face it, I don't know about this. I went looking into the Discord to see if somebody would mention it. I didn't find anything, but it's got to be a scorpion this time. It has to be. It can't be anything else. Let's take a look here for a moment. All right, let's look at this. All right, so now there's certain things that I don't have, right? If you look at the bottom row next to the butterfly, that should be the centipede, right? The one next to that should be the crab. In the second row on the far right, that's supposed to be a hornet. We don't have a creature for the bottom right now. And I don't think they would do that for an event. So let's switch over to special for a moment. Right, what's missing here? The scorpion is missing, that's fine. That's who I think it's going to be. Why? Because if you look in the middle on the far right, that's a hornet. They're not going to give us a special hornet because that would completely undermine the beehive. Why would you do a beehive if you were going to give us a good hornet in this event, right? Doesn't make any sense. Now, the bottom, third over next to the pink dragon, that would be the crab. The crab is a legendary creature, and if you gave it to us in an event, that would undermine Crab Beach. You're talking about 2 mechanics in the game that you would be removing the importance of. There'd be no reason to do it other than raw collection purposes, because these creatures are always better than the original ones. So unless they're going to add a new creature completely and put it there without it actually being here, it's gotta be a scorpion. And they've kind of backed themselves into a wall now in terms of what do they do from this point on. I mean, if they add a new creature on the bottom left in the future, then that can be part of an event. I think the next event would be Halloween anyway, so they do have some time to work on this. Maybe they can make this scroll and add something. But I really do think they've been painted into a wall right now. And yeah, it's got to be a scorpion, because I don't think it can be anything else. I mean, there's nothing else. Now, I've actually done some work, so I'm good to go here. I actually managed to get a scorpion because I had a 2-star and a 1-star. So I merged the 1-stars into a 2-star, and then I tried the merge to get a 3. It failed, so I just deleted the 2-star because it's useless to me at that point. But I do have enough so that I could get a 3-star, and I have things I can get rid of over here, right? I mean, look, if it is a scorpion, do I need a 3-star? I got 4 stars down here that I'm probably going to end up pushing out if I get a 3-star special scorpion, right? The bombardier up there, 2-star, do I need him? No. I don't really need the 3-star. I can try to do a 4-star merge over here. I mean, am I ever going to need 3 bombardiers? So I have space to work with. And it is important to have space to work with because remember, you're going to need space for merging, right? You need 2 1-stars to make a 2-star. You need 2 2-stars in order to make a 3-star, but that means you had to have 3 spots open because you have a 2-star and you have 2 1-stars. You know the way it works. The more you want to merge up, the more space you actually need. So, I mean, this should get me 2 3-stars, and that's what I would be targeting. That's assuming things work out well. Anyway, I think that that's going to be it for now. So I do plan on doing a video on Friday when I begin this event and we can start doing the summoning. Hopefully the first merge will work out. The last time I did this in the previous event, Valentine's Day, I do believe that my 1-star merge of the special creature actually failed. Fortunately, that was one of the only failures that I had, so that I do actually have 2 of the centipedes there, because they're very powerful. And if it is going to be an attacker like the scorpion, it does mean we can do an extra video of testing to see how strong it is against the other creatures. And of course, the 3-star new special creature against a 4-star scorpion, that's going to tell me if I forced them out, right? The 4-star scorpions, are they gone at that point? We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that all works out. Anyway, we're going to find out in just under 32 hours, aren't we? Anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games because games are fun. See ya.